I think they're right. What if Will Smith did invent 5G to fake the moon landing?
Child. Anyway, so...
Everyone goes through different phases in their lives. They'll go through hardcore stan phases, emo phases, scene phases, racist phases. But one I haven't heard many people mention is what I call my Facebook mom phase, or my Karen phase. I was about 10 or 11, going on about 45. I grew up homeschooled, so you could say I was primed for something of this nature. Having grown up on the Bible and Lele Pons, I was looking to be more involved in the outside world. So I did what seemed like a great idea at the time. I signed up for a Facebook account. I'm not going to tell you what year it was that I did this. Too late. It was too late for a 10-year-old to be signing up for Facebook. It was not a cool thing to have done. I did not know this at the time. Primed and ready to get a flood of friends from the outside world, I began to friend everyone I knew. It so happened that nearly everyone I could find on Facebook ended up being upwards of 35. I wonder why. It's almost as if by this point in the 2000s, it wasn't really a sight for people my age. Who would have thought? Anyway, I continued my ultimate quest for level 10 social and charisma skill with Facebook as my method of choice by immersing myself in the local culture. When in Rome, you know?
I was in the mineshaft mining ores with my pickaxe getting...
I leapt in head first with an arsenal of epic profile pictures. Here are some of them. I would just search up random keywords like curly hair picture, and I found some pretty good ones. I think that's undeniable. I also came up with a very clever location to say where I was from. The 100th floor of the Empire State Building. That's a Percy Jackson reference, if you aren't cultured. I grew a newfound appreciation for small animals. Didn't care about them much before, but the second I signed up for Facebook, loved them. Small pigs? Okay, that's great. Pigs wearing shoes, hats, coats? Great. Do I regret this? No. I'm proud of myself for this one. Hedgehogs? You ever seen a little cute hedgehog? Huh? I was a fan. I would post them, repost them. I kept up with my fellow memesters by posting the most succulent and, frankly, top-tier memes I could get my hands on. I hate to brag, but some of these memes got up to 3 likes.
No time to relax. Saw a creeper and I got...
Meme time. It's not meme review. I'm not copying. It's meme time. Okay? Meme throwback, right? It's fine. Let's take a look at them. If you hear any extremely loud whirring noises, that would be my overheating i3 processor, just high quality computer. So don't mind that. Darling, I'm directionally dysfunctional, so don't confuse me with words like, what the
Darling, I'm directionally dysfunctional, so don't confuse me with words like north, south, east, or west. Do I go right or left? That's all I want to know.
First of all, my accent, bad. Yes, I am aware. Yes, I did grow up in the South, and yes, I do still currently live there. No, I still can't apparently do a Southern accent. But anyways, great humor, hilarious, funny, classic 10-year-old Zoomer humor. Am I right, everyone? I think yes. Help! I'm in trouble. I ran over something. I don't know what that one is. I used to know this. I ran over something, and now my tire is flat. I need a... This right here is also a classic meme, you know. Well, it's November. Time to get fat again. Okay, cool. Yeah, sure. Sure. That's fun. That's a vibe. I like it. Eat some turkey, some potatoes. Get some of that nutrition.
Hamburger.
Okay, this was hilarious. Don't tell me you would not laugh. yourself back. Take yourself back to an unfortunately short amount of time ago, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, and appreciate this. This is my favorite recipe. Read the comments. They're very helpful. Okay, let's do that. Let's take 11-year-old, 10-year-old me's advice and see what's up. All right, so you're saying 2 cups water, 2 tablespoons water, additional if needed. Okay, and you're telling me that ice is square usually? You're saying that you put it in this little container, I wonder what that thing's called, and you can also put it between bread. Shut the door to the freezer. Okay, that seems kind of hard though. Be sure to leave for around 4 to 6 hours at least to make sure it's frozen. So that's pretty time consuming. Okay, Gracie Allen taught me to make ice cubes by boiling freezing water. So, you have the ice cubes, and for boiled water, just melt the ice. Okay. Recipe is too unclear. What freezer can I put them in? If I don't have a freezer, can I use a crock pot? Hate that there's no conversation for that recipe. When I made it, I used urine instead of water.
Hydrogen oxide has been linked to thousands of deaths, and the amount in this recipe is alarming. At the very least, this recipe should have a warning from the FDA. Make at your own risk.
Got 5G in the water. I would say that I posted cringe, but I didn't. This is funny. I'm laughing. Here are some Minion memes I remember liking quite a bit as well. I'm going to also use this one as an opportunity to brag that I was kind of good at crafting at this time. I made some stuff that I'm pretty proud of. I will say that. Some of them have gone through a lot of wear and tear and are no longer aesthetically pleasing, but I'll have to show a couple of the things that I made either later in this video, or I'll just pop up pictures, or I'll just mention it in another video. I even, at this time, tried to start up an Etsy store. Turns out I didn't know how that worked. I did not know what I was doing. I also could not take decent pictures. I promise I took these pictures with a phone, what you're seeing here. That was taken with an actual modern, phone. An actual modern phone. And yet somehow it looked like that. And I have no explanation for this. My next medium to achieving Facebook stardom was reposting the most moving, incredible posts. You've probably seen some of these, like the social experiments where someone will maybe start yelling at someone at a restaurant or something like that, and they'll show those little text bars like, he did not know what was happening. He did not know what to do. What was going on? I've seen some videos even making fun of this format. And yeah, I quite liked those. And apparently I was also really impressed by this magic trick video. Let's watch that.
I'm Justin Flom, and I'm a magician, which is cool because I'm about to read your mind. We're gonna use a pack of cards. Yeah, this should be good. You know what, even this is too many cards. These cards, not important. What is important is that you're going to think of a card out of this pile here, and your card is gone. It's reappeared over here.
And in this one, I wanted to know how much my 40-plus-year-old followers appreciated me. Some of them were pretty nice and liked this. When I say some, I mean one person. Thank you. This post was also somehow a thing. Let's move on.
And then I felt despair, yeah. I couldn't help but cry.
After spending months on Facebook came the dark ages. This is when, in true middle-aged 10-year-old fashion, I dipped my toes into the world of MLMs, giveaways, and free samples. I can go more in depth into this in the future if anyone would like that, but basically I was a part of a MLM called Jamberry, which is a now bankrupt, failed nail wrap MLM. And I was also a part of an MLM called Unique, which I believe they sold makeup and possibly hair clips. I think they also sold those. I remember having a couple of them. They didn't really work for my hair because it was so powerful. and substantial, especially at that time, but I do remember hosting and attending in real life and also online parties for both of these MLMs. And you can see, here's a few of my invites. People apparently went. I definitely gave some money, at least, to those MLMs. I would say I would have been one of the very, very, very low tier MLM people. So like I wasn't higher up or anything like that. I was definitely the lowest of the low level people. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know if you would find it interesting for me to make a video maybe researching these MLMs that I was a part of, what led to their downfall, or how are they still functioning, things like that. I think that could be an interesting video, and it would also just be interesting for me personally to learn more about these organizations that I was a part of without honestly knowing anything about them. And I spent many, many more hours searching for the holy grail of freebies on malware-ridden corners of the internet. I was also involved in some shady giveaways that I don't think really were a thing, as well as a curious website, of which I've forgotten the name. I will put the picture up here of what the website is. Yeah, I don't know about that. That's very odd to me. But apparently I also thought that was a great site, and I do remember getting an eyeliner from that site, not the one in this picture, but I did get some ancient used eyeliner from this site for free, and maybe I spent a couple cents on shipping. Weird, I wore that. I remember, it was in a package though. It was in a package, so I guess it was not used. I'll give them that. But I don't know what was up with that. I also got a free lipstick from a site called Lip Ink, and now I'm realizing I probably got slight chemical burns from the product because it was probably extremely expired.
Roaches!
I signed up for a free sample site, and they were giving away lip ink lipsticks, free lip ink lip kit, and it's sort of supposed to be a very long-lasting liquid lipstick or something like that, and I thought, great, I love free samples, that's fun. So I signed up for it. I got it in the mail, and the thing is, when I was signing up for it, I knew that it was a very old giveaway, so I figured nothing would come of it. They still sent it to me, and I'm thinking it was very extremely expired, unless this product is actually meant to work this way. If anyone knows anything about lip ink or has bought lip ink, let me know if it's supposed to do this, but basically it was watery and it burnt, like it burnt my lips. They hurt, like they felt like they're on fire. But you know what I thought? I thought, oh, I've heard of this. I think I've heard of this, right? Those plumping lipsticks or something like that. This is fine. I don't think it was. It smelled like bleach and chlorine mixed with Windex. Bad, just strong, a very, very strong chemical smell. And based on videos that I've seen, that's a sign that a lipstick is expired. So I put that on my lips numerous times, and I never got any severe illnesses or anything from this stuff, which is pretty surprising. Good though, so surprising.
Why is it in Minecraft that I always freaking die?
Occasionally, I had brief moments of clarity, temporarily exerting myself from the fleshy innards of the darkest pits of the Facebook Karen world, stepping briefly into more harmless things like baking my slightly undercooked yet award-winning recipes and reposting clips from a rather large homeschool choir that I was a part of at the time. I will proudly mention that people around my age actually liked these posts.
Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey. What's up?
Unfortunately, none of these posts seemed to clue me in that I wasn't really getting the audience that I wanted, and perhaps I should have shifted my profile for a younger audience as opposed to for the 40-plus crowd. But I did not, and I respect that, sticking to my my lane or whatever. Eventually, all good things must come to an end, and so it was with my Facebook Karen face. At about 12 years old, coincidentally around the time that I joined community college, afraid of Zuck and his newly revealed robot lizard form, I deleted Facebook and haven't returned since. Also note, born on December 17th, 1996, that's factually untrue. Yay!